Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is Monday, June 29th, 2020, and this is the Flight Sim News. So over the weekend, Eagle Dynamics put up their usual weekend post, and basically it goes over all of the different multiplayer events that were going to occur this weekend, in addition to ones that are upcoming. So there's a helicopter wars coming up on the 11th of July. The 18th of July is the 104th Red Flag Rumble. And then they go on to talk about bug killer beta testing. After the last two open beta releases, we've received motivating feedback from our community pertaining to issues in need of immediate attention. We have logged and are actively tracking over 2,500 bugs. In the last week, we've squashed close to 283 bugs and will continue this pace for the next 2 weeks. We've decided to change the release schedule of DCS World Open Beta in order to allow for more detailed quality assurance and testing periods, but most importantly for our team to fix bugs and enhance performance. They've already announced this, so they're just kind of reiterating it. They also go on to talk about World War II radars, the Freya and the Wurzburg Reese. I probably butchered that. Basically, it is something they're looking to add in the near future, and they've got some screenshots of it under the development screenshots link right here, so you can check these all out for yourself. I'll be sure to include a link in the video description as usual so you can dig into them. And then lastly, the Steam Edition summer sale has begun, and it will end on the 9th of July. So I believe it started on Friday. It's going to run until the 9th of July. And what are they doing? They're talking about the Albatross here. Take advantage of the 50% discount and get the Albatross for $29.99. Not sure why they're plugging the Albatross. I was playing around with that during the free play thing and really wasn't that impressed with it. But I'll throw a link to this entire post here in the video description as usual, so you can check it out for yourself. So here's something that's kind of cool, and this guy, I can't even pronounce this guy's name, Gisheri. I'm a G.I. Joe fanatic from way back. Actually just recently started getting back into collecting some G.I. Joes, so I'm screwed. But anyway, this is a pretty cool video. It's only about 30 seconds long, and I'll just let it play.
He'll fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe.
Cobra Nation! Get the G.I. Joe Skystriker! Ace the Airborne, let's get those turkeys! We're gonna get Cobra this time! Our combat jets are on the way! Hey, check my missiles! They're A-OK! Great, I'm going down for a closer look! Way to go, Joe!
G.I. Joe Skystriker comes with Ace and 2 parachutes. Other figures sold separately from Hasbro.
Alright. That's freaking awesome. No denying it. I want a Skystriker. I've wanted one for a while. I actually saw one at the toy show recently, but you know, you're not going to find one that's complete for less than like 150 to 200 plus, and don't really have room for it, but doesn't keep me from wanting one because I absolutely love the Tomcat, and I'm sure this skin is available in DCS if this guy has it here, so I'm definitely going to be looking for this. I'll throw a link to this in the video description as usual so you can check it out for yourself. Alright, Tactical Pascale. I happened upon this the other day, and I guess the guy's doing a new series of startup videos. This one, he says, covers the basics of startup, taxi, and takeoff in the Spitfire, and I absolutely suck in the Spitfire. I can't get that thing off the ground, and he goes into pretty good detail here and talks about, you know, what you've got to do to taxi the thing around.
Make sure I'm taxiing straight. coming a bit to the left, so I'm just going to go left pedal, then right pedal. If I feel like I'm taxiing too fast, I'm just going to tap the brakes, because if you press and hold, the nose is going to switch forward, and you're going to nose into the ground and break your prop.
Yeah, I've done that a few times.
So taking the taxiway, continue right. I could taxi across the grass, so unlike the jets and DCS, when you taxi in the grass and you get stuck, the Spitfire and other warbirds can taxi over grass easily.
Oh, that's good to know.
Because that's where they're designed to take off from.
Very nice.
So I'm going to head towards the runway. Then I'm going to...
So this video is about 7 minutes long. I'll throw a link to this for certain in the video description, because I'm going to watch this one a few times and then I'm going to give it a shot, because I really want to start playing through some of the campaigns I bought for the Spitfire, and not being able to get off the ground has really kept me from doing that, because I just keep rage quitting. The thing either spins or, like he says, I smack my prop and I'm done. So once I learn the little ways to finesse this thing and to, you know, figure out the nuances of what it takes to get it off the ground, I think I might be able to start enjoying it. And I hope you'll be able to too once you watch this video. So here's another video I happened upon, and this is by Lucas S. Wolta. This is the guy that put together the really cool video on VR optimization guide, and he even updated it recently with a newer one. But he goes into detail in here and talks about Vulcan, and how he thinks it might be how he thinks it may work in DCS, how it works in general, and I guess he goes on to describe Vulcan as best he can to give people a realistic expectation for what to expect in Vulcan. I'll throw a link to this in the video description instead of jumping back and forth through the video and boring you, but it's definitely a good watch. Check it out. So the guys over at TACView are having their summer sale, and TACView is 40% off at the moment. I've never messed around with this. I've seen a lot of videos. I think Growling Sidewinder uses it a lot, and a lot of those guys where you see the after videos of them analyzing a dogfight, and with the lines in the air and the missile trajectories and whatnot. It's a pretty cool piece of software. I've been meaning to check it out, just haven't got around to it. At 40% off, I might grab it and give it a shot. I'm not that tactical of a pilot where I really need to analyze all that stuff. I suck most days, but you know, I have fun, so that's the thing that's most important. But regardless, if you're into that kind of thing, TACView is on sale for 40% off at the moment, so give it a shot. I'll throw a link to this in the video description and you can check it out for yourself. So I happened upon FlightSimFan, and he's got a few really useful videos recently that he's posted in the past week. One is on how to use the data cartridge in the Viggen. 2 is on how to use the Autopilot in the Viggen. And the third one is how to use the RB-15F. All three are tutorials, and they go over things rather well. I'll include a link to the Autopilot video, and then you can find the rest from there. But he's got a bunch of cool stuff over here, and I thought it might be worth mentioning, especially if you're into the Viggen. So, as you know, I am and always have been a Star Wars fanatic, and really, who isn't that's my age? You know, I'll be 50 this year in September, and you know, Star Wars is a big part of our lives in general. I think if you're a male that was born around that time and happened to be, you know, anywhere between 6 and 12 years old around when those movies first came out, they had a big impact. And Star Wars sims, I guess you can call them, like the TIE Fighters and the X-Wings and whatnot, were fantastic products. And this is a pretty cool video I happened upon. I'm going to turn the sound off because it'll probably be a copyright strike because of the Star Wars music. But this is the XWing Alliance game with a patch they came out with plus VR support. And I think it's pretty impressive what they've done. And they go to show you like 1999 version, and then they show you what it looks like in 2020. Like, holy shit. What a massive difference, right? I have to find this patch because it's not listed in the video description here. But this looks absolutely outstanding. And I do own XWing Alliance on Steam. Yeah, so it gives you new 3D models, a new shading model. And again, there's another patch, I guess, that adds the VR support. So, until we have Star Wars Squadrons, this might be something cool to mess around with. And XWing Alliance on Steam is only like, I don't know, $4 or $5. You know, look, $19.99. Which, at the time, looked amazing. You know, we were drooling over this in 1999, going, oh my god, this is so cool. It's 3D accelerated. Had terrible graphics, looking back now. And then now, 2020. Like, holy crap. I mean, it's still not, you know, Battlefront 2 quality or Squadrons quality, but for a game you can get for $5. And the game was fantastic. But they've added TrackIR and VR support, which are the two big things. So just being able to use your TrackIR and move your head around in the cockpit in this game is going to be fantastic. And I definitely can't wait to try this out. I'll throw a link to this in the video description as usual, and you can check it out for yourself. So I'm going to leave it at that for the moment, guys. So as always, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Feel free to hit that like button. And until next time, guys,